Stock tip. Best stock setups.
Hi and welcome to a new episode of Stock Tips Daily Update with me, Untitled. It's 4 a.m. here where I am, and I'm on call. It's been a pretty busy night, but I think I will manage to squeeze in a couple of minutes to do this video and to do it right nonetheless. And I'm happy to be recording this for you tonight. As you've probably seen, the markets have given us the first positive signals in a long time, and that's actually what we were hoping for. If you remember correctly, last Friday after the close, I've said what we need now for a bigger probability of a breakout or of a sustained breakout would be a couple of sideways days, a bit of a consolidation before a possible breakout. So this is what we're having now: 1, 2, 3 days after this move up, 1 to 3 days, and we've reached the resistance line nonetheless. So we are now perhaps in the best possible position to break out of this correction, of this crash. Perhaps this was the second to best one after this breakout here. I hope something is going to happen until the end of the week. I know you guys are pretty much bored and you want some action, you want some good trades, you want some good stock recommendations, but trust me, it's better to be patient and to wait, because the swings in the market are huge. Just look at this one here. So this was a swing of 4%, 4.3% in one day. Then we had here another. Actually, we've closed here and then we've opened with a gap of 1.3, 1.6%. And the next day around, we've opened with a gap on the other side, only to go down again 1%. And it's a lot of volatility, and swing trading, it's not something that you can do in under any market condition. So you need a constant flow, so to say, and you need small volatility. What we can do now, because of the given volatility and because of the unpredictability of the markets, is that what we are already doing, namely option trading. And in my case, this is an option call and a put on the main indexes on the S&P 500, and I think this is something that one can do at the moment. And if the market rallies again, then of course you can go back to swing trading. I actually recommend going back to swing trading. What's my strategy? If the markets are going to break out, then I'm going to go back to the swing trading. I'm going to actively look for new and the best setups out there. Trust me, I can find the best setups out there, and that's what I usually do. But as long as the market is where it is, you shouldn't do too much. So less is more under these conditions, and I will stick to this theory. I'm sorry if you guys don't, if not all of you agree, but I think this is the healthy thing to do. So the SPY, as you've seen, has pretty much closed at today's high. Post market, it moved a little down, but just slightly. So I'm carefully optimistic that the markets are going to rally now, given that they weren't that really affected from the whole Ukraine-Russia situation out there. The Nasdaq is also looking pretty similar here, also just below the resistance line, and the IVM is looking a little weaker, but also a nice consolidation here. I would have loved it for IVM to manage to consolidate and also go a little bit higher and probably test this 208.9 support resistance line, but it just may be that IVM needs 1 or 2 more days to reach this level, and then hopefully to break out. You never know. DAX is on the other side of the barricade, so DAX is looking pretty weak, and we are almost at the not all-time low, but at the low of the last 1.5 years. So we shall see where this one is heading. Also, euro to US dollar has had a pretty negative day with this currency pair closing beneath the last support line, and this would mean that the euro is bound or could be falling to the next level, and that will be 1.08. But if you are thinking about hedging, then I would like to remind you that we have a long series of negative days here, and the move was pretty vertical, so a bounce back up isn't really out of play now. Oil performed wonderful today. Both oil funds performed wonderful. OIH and oil, both of them performed wonderfully. Oil, this ETF or fund here performed a lot better, and you've seen here since last week we have a move of 17%. So since last week, my position in oil has been closed today, and I would have had it the other way around, but the strategy was to let it be, to wait and see what happens, and sadly it got closed. So we have above average volumes, so you could have bought a new position here, a long position at the end of this long trend, but I'm not that much into oil. I've said it from the beginning. I think I've said it last month. I was hopeful I would get a nice outside reversal here and a continued outside reversal, so that we would be touching the inferior trend line on the move on the upside. I wasn't really interested. Gold is still moving up, is still nicely moving above above all of the moving averages, and there's not much to complain about. If you look at it in the weekly chart, so this is overall still a positive week, and the same can be said about silver, but it's not that powerful as gold. And this is pretty much all for the main markets. Then the portfolio, like I said, oil got close today. I will erase it from the portfolio. Amazon is also pretty much hibernating, so Amazon is looking pretty solid. If the markets are going to rally, then I think Amazon is also going to try a breakout here. For the time being, Amazon is looking really solid, but the moving averages are slightly descending, so we shall wait and see. For the time being, I will leave this position open. What I did though was to pull the stop at a plus minus 0, so my stop is at the moment here somewhere. Well, we shall see if Amazon is going to deliver, if Amazon is going to fall. If not, I won't be making any minus here. On the other side, Bros was a very nice, very good trade here. So this one I've missed, but this one I've taken, and another negative day after the earnings. I hope the trend is going to continue. For the time being, I'm going to leave the position open. DVAC I've opened yesterday, and DVAC I think we've all gotten pretty used to this type of movements in DVAC. I don't see any reason to get agitated. So the stop is here in this range, and we have a lot of room. We've closed. We haven't really tested this breakout line and this entry line, and we've also closed above yesterday's closing point. So overall, it's pretty good. So gold, we've already talked about gold, and the SPY. I could remind you of my positions here. So there are a couple of calls. I actually consolidated the positions by buying some more of the same stuff. I have some calls that are expiring on the 17th of March, and also some puts on the same that are expiring on the same day. And on the other side, I have some calls and some puts that are expiring on I think in April, on the 23rd of April or so, something like that. So a couple of days we still have time to go, and either way, if I don't make money on the first options, then there's still a possibility that I would still end up with a huge profit with the late expiring option. So I would say pretty optimistic. We just need now a nice breakout or a nice breakdown. Either way, I'm hoping for a nice breakout, but either way, it doesn't matter. What's the strategy? The strategy would be to continue waiting patiently for this momentum and for this move to come, either up or down. So this would be the main strategy. And if you find a title that is very attractive, I can't say let it be. Sometimes you have to take it, sometimes you don't have to. But I'm a part of a big trading community here in Germany and Austria. And I can tell you, there are many who are trying every day 1 or 2 new trades only to get close the next day. So swing trading at the moment, it doesn't really matter how good the setups are. At the moment, swing trading is pretty much taboo. You can still try one or the other here and there, but not many of them are bound to make it in the long run. I think, given the current market conditions, you are bound to lose more money that you are going to make. But I know the feeling. It's been now 2 months now, and your fingers are itching. You have to do something, and some setups are too good to just be left alone. So I know the feeling. If you do decide to do anything, then please do it with small positions. Okay, so this was the free part of our video. If you liked this so far, remember to like and subscribe or leave a comment. Also, if you do have any questions, leave them. Be my guest, leave them in the comment section below. And otherwise, we're going to continue with the free setups now.